Good morning, everyone. I'd like to call the Human Services Committee of the County of Bruce to order this Friday, June 1st. And the first thing on the agenda, of course, is to remind everyone it's our own responsibility to disclose any pecuniary interest we may have on today's agenda. And that leads into action items. Item 2, action items 2A, Child Care Service Agreement Amendment. Christine.
Thank you. Good morning. Through you, Chair, we do have before you an amendment for the Child Care Service Agreement. You're probably wondering, yes, this is the third time we've had it before you. We've received different pieces of the agreement sporadically through the start of the year, and so I believe this will be the last one. It's an addition of another about $144,000 to our budget, and in this round it's specifically to start to look at the home child care program. And I'm happy to take any questions if there are any.
I'll read the recommendation. The recommendation is that authorization be given to execute the 2018 amended Child Care Service Agreement as per bylaw 2018-22, and that approval is granted for the authorization of a budget amendment to include the additional revenue for Year 2 expansion plan funding. Can I have a mover and a seconder for that motion? Moved by Ann, seconded by Robert. Any discussion on the recommendation and the motion? All those in favor of the motion then? And that's carried. Thank you. Moving on, Christine.
Thank you. Through you, Chair, the next two reports are with regard to child care service agreements. We have two other child care providers in our community that we would like to establish purchase of service agreements with so that we're able to flow fee subsidy dollars as well as work on other programming requirements with them. And so the first one is with regard to a bylaw being introduced to enter into a service agreement for child care services with Horizon Childcare.
The recommendation reads that a bylaw be introduced to enter into a service agreement for child care services with Horizon Childcare. Moved by Mike, seconded by, oh, damn it, Dan. And any discussion on the motion then? All those in favor of the motion? That's carried. Thank you.
And so the next report before you is a recommendation to introduce a service agreement with Monkey Barrel Indoor Play Incorporated for additional childcare spaces under that service agreement.
The recommendation reads that a bylaw be introduced to enter into a service agreement for child care services with Monkey Barrel Indoor Play, Inc. Any discussion on, well, wait till we get a motion. Moved by Ann, seconded by Mike. Any discussion on the motion? All those in favor of the motion? That's carried. Carry on, Christine.
Thank you. Through you, Chair, the next is formalizing an agreement for Green Ontario Transfer Payment Agreement. The Housing Facilities Group had submitted an application for the fund that was available, and were successful in receiving an allocation as indicated in the report. So our portion is $126,943, and in order to receive that, we do need to enter into a typical transfer payment agreement, and so we are recommending that a bylaw be introduced authorizing the execution of the Green Ontario Transfer Payment Agreement, and that our 2018 budget be amended to reflect the additional revenue and expenditure that's associated.
You've heard the recommendation. Have a mover for the recommendation. Dan, Robert, second by Robert. Any discussion on the motion? All those in favor of the motion? That's carried.
And the last agreement that we have before you for recommendation is to establish the Ontario Transfer Payment Agreement for the Portable Housing Benefit for Special Priority Policy. And so this is with regard to a new program under the Ministry of Housing, in which victims of domestic violence would have the opportunity to receive a housing benefit, a portable one that can be used anywhere in the province. And so we become a delivery agent in terms of assisting with applications. So if someone applies in Bruce County for this benefit, they begin receiving it, and then it's actually to their benefit to move to a neighboring county so that they have additional supports or family members. That portable benefit will then move with them. And so we're recommending that we move into a transfer payment agreement, and that also our budget be amended to reflect any revenue and expenditure that would be associated with that program.
The recommendation reads that the warden and the county clerk be authorized to sign an Ontario transfer payment agreement between the Ministry of Housing and the County of Bruce for delivery of the portable housing benefit special priority policy, and that the 2018 approved budget be amended to reflect the new revenue and expenditure associated with the program. A mover and a seconder. Moved by Ann, second by Robert. Any discussion on the motion? All those in favor of the motion? And that's carried. So that is it on the next agenda? You had a fire in Chesley.
The Housing Corporation.
You're going to talk about that when we get to that. Thank you. Next meeting is July the 5th. And if there's nothing further at this time, we look forward to a motion to adjourn. Moved by Ann, second by Wilford. All in favor? We're adjourned. Thank you.